Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Wordy, my hub for all of the words that I read, write, or otherwise want to yap about. Today, I have a very special author guest on the pod. She's the author of more than 12 rom-coms and 2 novellas, has taught classes and workshops at the Storymakers and ANWA writing conferences. Her latest romance series, Love in LA, is out now and the perfect pick-me-up for this weekend's convention. Please welcome Brittany Larsen.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
I was so excited to, we had like a kind of a scheduling conflict at first. I was like, no, I want her to be on. So I'm glad we were able to fit you in. How are we feeling this early morning? I'm a little tired. It's been a long weekend, but it's been so fun.
I'm hoping you can edit out the bags under my eyes.
Under mine too.
It's been so fun. And I apologize for Friday.
No.
I drove down from Orange County, which is usually like an hour and a half drive. And I checked the traffic early in the day and it was going to be 2.5 hours.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So, and I still had so much to do. We've already talked about my time management issues. So, and I was like stressing my husband out. He's like, what can I do? What can I do? Which was stressing me out. I'm like, I just need to email her and see if we can change. And I would have made it work.
Yeah.
If we had to do 2 o'clock.
It was genuinely perfect. It was fine because I've had a couple guests that are like, hey, like, can you add me in at like 7 a.m.? And I'm like, okay, 7 a.m. I'm like,
7 a.m.
I'm calculating the time difference of, okay, like that means I'm getting up at 6 a.m. my time, which is like
4 a.m.
here. So I'm just glad it all worked out. And I'm really excited to have you on the podcast
I'm so
today.
excited. So thank you for rearranging. I was so
absolutely
relieved. I didn't even get out of my house until 2 o'clock. And then it was 5 o'clock before I got here.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. California traffic.
It all worked out.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, like, I've seen Dallas traffic. It is nothing compared to California traffic. And meanwhile, I haven't seen like true California traffic in like several years because I don't come to California very often.
Yeah.
But it's insane.
It is. And like I live in a little suburb of Orange County, and I really have no reason to leave very often because I'm a writer. And so I work at home. I leave home. I also teach hot yoga. Because, of course, like California.
Yeah,
right?
Why not?
But it's in my same little town. So I leave my home to teach or practice hot yoga. Maybe, I walk with friends, and I don't have to go very far to do any of those things. My husband works at home, too. So we've kind of forgotten about traffic until we're in it. And I'm like, oh, there is traffic in California.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of how me and my husband feel because we live in more of like the country part of Texas. But once we have to get into town or get to Dallas, somehow we're like, wow, this sucks.
Right.
I like just being able to drive a 6-mile stretch with no other cars to bother me. But,
right. Yes. So we could talk about traffic for half an hour.
Oh, yeah, we could. But I would love to talk more about you and your books. Something I like to do with my guests normally when we have longer episodes, we talk about what we're reading, watching, and listening to. But to kind of condense it for time's sake, do you have any current like pop culture hyperfixations that we need to talk about right this second?
Let's see. Gosh. Okay. You could probably appreciate this.
Okay.
So my husband and I recently, I could tell you about the Ken Burns Revolutionary War documentary we just watched, which we did. And that would make us sound really intellectual, right? But we also fell in love with the DCC Cowboys show.
Oh,
I just happened to
gosh.
turn on one episode. I think while I was like, I don't know, doing something. I'm like, I just need something to watch. And my husband came in while I was watching it. And he's like, what are you watching? And then he got totally addicted to. And we binged all of the seasons. And like, when is the next season coming out?
I don't know. I think they come out like right before training camp.
Yeah, that would make
when they
sense.
start auditioning the new round. So once this season ends, like actual football season, well, football season is over because the Cowboys suck. No offense, but
and there was just that bowl thing, right?
Yeah, Pro Bowl happened, and the girls
Super
went on
Bowl?
their the Super Bowl. I was like, the Pro Bowl did happen because we always send one cheerleader to go. But that happened, and then the girls always go on like the team vacation. So I'm pretty sure they've gone already, which means we should be getting to that once they have their banquet. It's
interest in football.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I watched the commercials. And we went back and watched the halftime show because I missed that. But yeah, I'm totally like the cheerleaders. They're
incredible.
They are.
Athleticism that they have to keep, and they do it for so many years.
Yes. And then they have to get their hips replaced at like 25. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I danced growing up.
Yeah.
And I was a cheerleader a couple times in Idaho, in small town Idaho. So, you know. Everybody was a cheerleader almost.
Yeah. I feel like the ex-dancer background, we are the target audience for the program.
Yes, because you know what kind of athleticism it takes to be a dancer, to be a cheerleader.
Yeah.
And you know that is very rarely recognized.
Oh,
right?
Of course
your job is to cheer on
the
other
boys.
People.
Yeah.
The boys, exactly. So anyway.
One of my biggest pet peeves with the DCC, and it's not them themselves, it's they will be doing Thunderstruck on the field, and there will be these idiotic men that want to like play catch in the middle of the field.
You're kidding.
No, I'm dead serious. You can look it up on TikTok. You can look it up on YouTube. There are videos, and it happens every single game where the cheerleaders are coming onto the field, and there are football guys just warming up on the field, and I'm like,
you mean like guys on the team?
yeah. Like,
I mean, I guess it would have to be on the team. They don't let anybody on the field.
Or like the away team. They'll just stay and linger on the field in the middle of the field while they're trying to do their routine. It makes me so mad. So
Do you see the look on my face?
Oh my gosh. It is the most frustrating thing ever. They are so, like, you get the entire game. Do not be so entitled to, like,
right?
Get out of their way.
Yes.
In many ways, I would argue that they are way more athletic than you are. Get off the field.
They are playing through the whole game, like dancing, cheering. They are doing stuff for the entire game.
Yeah.
They're not sitting down.
No. They're not sitting down. They're constantly moving. They are so precise and succinct. I mean, they've got Kelly and Judy watching them like a hawk.
Right?
It makes me so mad. Men, get off the field when they are dancing. There is a reason why they are the best cheerleaders in the NFL, and your football record stinks. That is all I have to say.
Tell it like it is.
From a Dallas native, get off the field. Anyways.
Also, I want to learn Thunderstruck.
Oh,
That's like my dream. But I did take some time to learn the opalite, like 30 seconds of it, and that took an entire day.
Oh, I can only imagine how long it took to learn Thunderstruck. I can hear, like, I may be 25, but I can hear my kneecaps cracking just thinking about trying to learn the dance. Okay, in addition to us sharing a bond over America's Sweethearts, I have it on good authority that you are a Disneyland fan.
I do like Disneyland. Yes, I love Disneyland. I have a complicated relationship with Disneyland. I love it. My family loves to go. We used to have season passes all the time, especially when my girls, I have 3 daughters, when they were little, like the passes were not super expensive.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when there were days off school that just our district had, I'd take all 3 girls with all my friends.
Yeah.
And it was so fun. We have so many good memories of just like running over to Disneyland, hanging out for a little bit, and then, you know, going home for dinner, putting them in their pajamas, grabbing In and Out on the way home. So much fun. And they would have all these little kid things at Disneyland. And they're really trying to price locals out of the market because we don't go and spend a ton of money on food and all the souvenirs.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can go. we'd pack our own food all the time. So we'd just go ride rides, do the little stuff. And now the season passes are so expensive.
I can only imagine.
And the last time we got them were when my two of my daughters were still at home. We decided, okay, they're in high school. They can even just drive themselves sometimes and go. So for Christmas 2019, we got season passes for the first time in years.
Oh.
We went like 2 times, and then the pandemic happened in March 2020, and we kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally they sent us our money back.
I was going to say,
they were
tell
closed.
me they sent you a
They
refund.
did. They did. And then we actually went right after it opened back up in like June 2021. Yeah. It was a long time.
Yeah.
So, yes, love Disneyland. I was just there the other day with some writer friends, and we had the best time. If you go to Disneyland and California Adventure with me, if you haven't been there, you have to be prepared we are on an agenda. We have an itinerary. We are hitting all the rides. You better be prepared to
put your walking shoes on.
Not just your walking shoes. You better bring your running shoes because we are going. Anyway, and we had a great time. But there was no dawdling.
Yeah. I feel like because my husband and I love going to Disney World.
Yeah.
We've actually never been to land. And I tell you what, like, is it a vacation? Yes. Is it a relaxing vacation? No.
Absolutely not. It costs too much money to make it relaxing.
Yep.
Right? You have to hit everything. But that's how we travel in general, my husband and my family.
Yeah.
We, if we've spent the money to get there, guess what? We're doing everything. We're seeing everything. We don't do a lot of beach vacations. I mean, we live by the beach.
Yeah.
So, like, when we go on vacation, it's,
Love that.
Yeah, we come home and then we take a vacation. We sleep for a few days, ideally.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so since your most recent release is part of this series and we're here in SoCal, tell us a little bit about your Love in LA series.
Okay, so my Love in LA series is about these 4 Australians who came to America to be they were surfers. Like teenage surfers, and they came to America to be on a TV show called Surf City High, and now they've all kind of gone their own ways. They're still very close friends. So there's 3 men and a woman, and but the woman is twins with one of the men. So there's Dex, Archie, Reese, and Frankie. Frankie's book, and Frankie is the girl. I'm writing her book right now. So there's a lot of surfing. There are, it's set in LA in kind of South Bay, but I'm not super specific about, I'll mention the Dodgers and like Griffith Observatory and some beaches in Malibu and, the things you're familiar with. But it's a rom-com. Yeah. Obviously, it's funny. They're all funny. The whole series is funny. Can I say that without sounding too
No, I
braggy?
mean, if it's a rom-com, be prepared to laugh.
Be prepared to laugh. But there's also some deep stuff in there. I don't think you can write about LA without talking about homelessness because it's a part of the city's history.
Yeah.
I mean, from the beginnings, it's always been a transitional place.
Yeah.
And a warm weather place. So there have always been people who are unhoused, food insecure. So, and you can't talk about LA without touching on the garment industry and some of the problems there and fame and the cost of fame.
Yeah.
Because you've got Hollywood. And so I like to bring in these kind of deeper issues, but they're not, so they're part of the characters' stories. They're part of their wounds, but they get there happily ever after. I like to approach those issues with some hope and with hope. I don't know if you were in Catherine Center's keynote yesterday. I love what she has to say about love stories and hope. That their purpose is to bring people hope. And that's what I want to do. Like, there are big problems in the world, and we have hard things in our lives. We all do. But I think we can approach those with hope and not turn a blind eye to them, and not just approach things with hope, but also empathy. Like, everyone has a story, right? And when we really sit down and get to know people's stories, then we see them as human, not just as, someone who ended up on this street. And, or I don't know. There are so many ways right now. There's so much division and so much dehumanizing of people. Like we're seeing people as issues, not people, not stories. And so I hope in my books that I give people some awareness of the larger stories. Or I don't know. I hope that when people read my books, they recognize that everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And they look for those stories rather than looking for ways that were different.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. No, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so at the time that we're recording this, we're at Love Lit Con. Happy belated Valentine's Day, everybody. But by the time it releases, we won't be here. So tell our future listeners, where can they find you? Are you going to any other upcoming events, social medias, website, all that good stuff?
You can always find me on social media. I'm mostly on Instagram at brittanylarsenbooks.com. That's my website, but also my Instagram handle. I'm on TikTok. I also have a love-hate relationship with TikTok. So you can find me there. I have a few accounts on TikTok, and they're mostly all neglected. But I am there. I have a Facebook readers page, which is Brittany Larsen Books, readers and fans, and that's fun. I like to interact with readers there. That's the place where I'll post covers that I'm thinking about. Like when my designer gives me covers, and I'll go to my Facebook group, please help. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and that's always fun. Or blurbs, or even story ideas.
Yeah.
They come up with great things. So I'm always there. Right now, do I have any other events planned for this year? Okay, I should have brought my calendar. I had an event last week. I don't have any this year yet, but
to be determined.
You
might be popping up somewhere.
This has been so fun.
Oh,
I
so
really want to
glad.
do more live events. I like interacting with people and meeting people and meeting readers.
Yeah. This community at conventions, they're so wonderful and friendly. And I feel like everybody, I was talking to another author about this, but I feel like everybody, readers, authors, creators, we're all on the same playing field because we're all so passionate about the work that we all do.
And I love meeting other authors here. I know you interviewed Melissa Baldwin.
Yes.
And we're in the
Love
same,
her.
We write the same types of low spice rom-coms. But I've never met her before. And we have mutual friends. So it's been so fun to meet her and get to know her here. And so I'm going to a conference. Well, I'm going to Storymakers this year, which is in Provo, Utah. I'm not teaching. I'm just attending. But I may try and set up a live event there. Well, just a get together with readers.
Absolutely.
I've put it out there, so maybe now I have to make it happen.
Uh-oh, she's on record.
Right? I'm on record.
Okay, well, there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Talk Wordy. And my thanks again to Brittany Larsen for coming on the pod.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so fun.
Oh, I'm so glad. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at TalkWordyPod, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.